just getting started. Come join the fun. Got all the friends coming out for a party. Could be what, could be better. Don't gotta be anywhere in the morning.
Thank you for taking the time to talk with me today. One thing that the American Heart Association is starting is, it's so funny that I said starting, because they're starting the START program, which you've taken a great initiative to promote, help promote, and you're really getting behind it. Sometimes people know me as just kind of breaking it down, because if I'm watching a show, I'm going to be bored to tears if people just give me a bunch of stats and, 60% of this and that. I want to make it palatable to to people, the everyday people that watch, that watch TV. They're sitting around with a bag of potato chips, and they think that they're healthy somewhat. And some of us know we're really not that healthy, when we get real about it. And but I want to talk about how important the START program is, and I want you to bring it into real terms, Laila, for those of us who are not athletes like yourself.
Don't be mad.
don't hate. That are not athletes, but they want to make a change, or maybe they think that they should make. Everybody knows they need to make a change.
Well, that's why I got involved, and I think that's why the American Heart Association asked me to be involved, because I am an athlete, I am a healthy, fit person, but I wasn't always. Before I started boxing, yes, I saw women's boxing on television for the first time when I was 18, and that's when I said, ooh, I want to work out. At the time, I was 20 pounds overweight, and in order to become a champion, because I wasn't athletic, I never played sports, I just made that decision, and I said, I want to be a champion, I want to be the best. Well, guess what? I had to be in better shape than everybody else.
Sure.
I had to eat right, I had to get my rest, and I had to, make sacrifices.
Sure.
And I'm not saying that everyone needs to become an athlete, but what people need to do, we, especially as African Americans, have high rates of heart disease, obesity, and it's from diet and not exercise. And sisters don't want to work out because they don't want to mess their hair up.
Sure.
Well, guess what? National Start Walking Day is all about just getting out walking at least 30 minutes a day. Now that's just for basic heart health.
Okay.
You don't have to work up a sweat, you just have to bring up your heart rate.
Yeah.
And that's as simple as walking out your front door 15 minutes one way and coming back. Now of course I do more than that.
Yeah.
When I walk, I like to take my son, take my stroller, go out for an hour. But you know what, you have to do what works for you, your lifestyle and what you have time to do. People, if you take public transportation to work, get off a stop early, take the stairs. But a lot of people, what I've learned since I've been involved with the American Heart Association is that people think they're walking, well, what's walking going to do? They feel like they're not doing enough.
That's good.
Right, and as long as you start somewhere, that's why it's called START, because it's just about getting up, getting off our butts, stop making excuses, and making it a priority. It's sad to me that so many people are dying and suffering from heart disease and obesity and living a funky, want to put it in real terms,
we have to put it in real terms,
quality of life, because they're saying, well, I can still fit into my size 21 pants, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, my grandmother lived till she was 78 and she ate pork. It's like, but what was the quality of life?
Right.
And
your grandmother is not you.
Exactly.
So you don't know how this thing is going to turn.
As we get more information, as time goes on, we should get better.
I agree.
And we should try to live the best life possible. And that's what I'm trying to promote now. So that's the message that I'm trying to get out.
Let's talk about excuses, because excuses are the biggest thing. I'm not even looking at my notes at this point, because this is just being real. Excuses are so deep rooted, and it is so difficult to change habits that you've done over a 15-year, 20-year period. How do you do that when all you've ever known is growing up eating greens and hog maws and eating the cornbread with the butter all over it? How do you change that when your body craves it because you've done it for 15, 20 years? Speak to that.
It is hard, you know what? But the first thing we have to do is educate ourselves. Like, I am known, for anyone knows me, I can cook. I can cook like somebody's grandma.
You can.
Yes, I can. You don't want to know, girl. There's more too.
You're too pretty. You're too pretty to cook.
I can cook. Trust me.
What do you cook, Laila?
When you say
tofu?
greens, listen.
Tofu?
No. I cook a little tofu
Bok
too.
choy?
But listen, if you cook greens, that's all good though. But if you cook greens, okay, then you use smoked turkey instead. It's just as good. You don't have to put the butter and the grease and all that.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna make something, like you can make oven fried chicken. Now, of course, I eat fried chicken every once in a while, but you have to get away from frying the foods, from loading all the sauces on and the butter. But the first thing we have to do is understand why those things aren't good. It's not just about trying to be a size 8.
That's right.
You don't have to be. What
That's
we have
right.
to do is feel comfortable with ourselves.
Yeah.
And what I always tell people, you know, when they're talking about, you know, well, what size should I be or what should I do? If you feel uncomfortable and you're trying to cover up rolls and you're out of breath walking up steps and things like that, then obviously you probably want to make a change, but you might not have the discipline that it takes.
That's right.
Then, you know, you need to just start some kind of plan and start small. Don't set these high goals for yourself that you know you're going to fall off. Even if you say, I'm going to walk for 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the evening. Or if you say, I'm going to invest and buy myself a bike. I'm going to ride the bike while I watch my favorite shows.
Right.
And you don't have to be out of breath.
That's true.
It's just about burning calories. I'm going to eat the foods I want to eat, but eat less of them, smaller portions.
Okay.
That's taking in less calories.
Okay, okay.
You see what I'm saying? But you have to deprive
Start
yourself.
somewhere.
Yeah, you don't have to starve. You don't have to eat tofu and I like those things.
I
but
do
a lot
too.
of people don't necessarily like them.
Right.
But there's other ways around that.
Well, one of the things is we won't even try anything new.
Right, that's
we'll
what's
just
sad.
stay. That's what's sad. We won't expand our horizons. We stay. You know, like we say. You know, you said I'll try fried chicken every now and again. I'll eat it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, people say, well, I don't know what tofu tastes like. And I've never, I don't dig asparagus. How many people are not big on vegetables? There are so
That's
many
sad.
people
And they're
that
so good.
won't touch a vegetable just because they grew up with the bad habits. And people that, what people are going to say about you is, oh, okay, so she says that she was 20 pounds overweight. But she is the daughter of Muhammad Ali, for crying out loud.
What's that have to
so
do with it?
because inside
I got
of you,
sisters who are overweight.
but they're going to say inside of you is that champion that was passed down somehow through genetics, and she had that will. So when she decided, click in her mind, to go ahead and do something, I want to be a champion.
Well, guess what? I can't be worried about the people who are going to try to come up with those type of excuses.
Another excuse.
But all we have to do, there's a lot of people who aren't Muhammad Ali's kids, obviously. There's only 9 of us.
But
And
only 9.
Yeah, there's 9 of us in this world, I'm saying, and there's people who have made it a lifestyle choice to
Yeah.
be fit, be healthy.
That's true.
My husband says it all the time. We go walking now on Saturdays with our son and our dogs, and we go walk all the way to the coffee shop, and then we walk back. It's a 2-hour walk. We just enjoy, we just enjoy spending time together, having the baby, having the dogs, you know,
Awesome.
and we live in a predominantly white area. My husband's always saying, why are in this area you see people bike riding, you see them walking, family time, and in our neighborhoods we're not doing that. But a lot of
Wow.
times what happens when you're dealing with crime, when you're dealing with money issues,
Yeah.
you know, figuring out ways how to feed your family, then fitness and taking care of yourself is last on the list.
But people don't understand that walking and exercising relieves stress
Exactly.
of not
Exactly.
having enough money,
Exactly.
or the crime going around, or this or that. It relieves that stress.
Exactly.
And we need to talk about that
Right.
too. Wow. So you're just cutting out all of the excuses.
There isn't any.
You know, people tell me, you know, they've said, my mother's a doctor, she's an internist, and you know, it has been said, I don't know why I don't believe this. I know it's true medically, but that you can even break up the 30 minutes.
Oh yeah.
You know, do 15 minutes here. You know, maybe if you don't have, people say, oh, I don't have the time. I heard you say in an interview, you said, what do you mean you don't have the time? The only reason why you don't have the time is because you won't make it a priority.
Exactly.
That's so true.
People say, I'm going to watch 2 hours of TV, or I'm
Listen.
going to be on the internet, or I'm going to be on Twitter, or I'm going to sit on the phone, or I'm going to go to the, you know, here or there,
Where's her
and sit and
camera?
eat.
Where's her
You know,
camera?
it's just.
She needs to talk to the camera. There's your camera. Tell them.
Stop making the excuses. That's all you need to do. Take control. You know, the sad thing is that you're either going to do it now,
Yeah.
or you're going to do it later when your doctor tells you you have diabetes, you have to be on
Jesus.
pills, and you have to eat this way. You can't eat sweets, you can't eat salt, whatever it is, in order to live. So either do it now while you have control and you can still live a good quality of life. Educate yourself. A lot of people just aren't educated. They don't know. They're ignorant to the fact that you don't have to do X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? You don't have to do the celebrity diet and starve yourself and all these types of things.
And I
you
think
know?
I think that's one of the biggest things, because before I even made an attempt, it was all or nothing. It was either I'm going to starve and drink celery juice, you know, and I'm, you know, and you when you think of dieting, you automatically think of the nastiest possible food and drink on earth, like some green magma, like some crazy cloudy green substance that you have to drink, and immediately you turn yourself off. But you say, I've gotten so overweight that I have to do it, and so you go, you psych yourself out before you even get started.
There's so many diets, there's so many